Hey, Mark, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing as well as I can tonight.
Well, it is a beautiful evening out there, and we've got several on with us. Got some Thunder Buddies all over the place. Jackie Mattis says, hello, David Mark, and fellow Thunder Buddies. And then Dave, our good friend Dave, still hanging in there with us. I'm so proud of him. He says, hello, David Mark. Donna Lord is on with us, Chris Meacham, and Nikki Winters is watching us over on the Facebook page, and Judy Walton Newton also. Lenny McElrath says, good evening, Thunder Buddies. And Tammy Tatum says, hello, Thunder Buddies. Mary Verves says, hi, David Mark and Thunder Buddies. And look here what I have got. The new finished, well, shoot, I'll get it right here in a minute. Thunder Buddies koozie. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. But you'll find that in our online store. It'll be on there soon. And just want to let everybody know that we're making some progress. But our biggest news, we're still watching this hurricane, Mark. Tell us what we got.
All right. Hurricane Milton was a Category 3 at last report, winds 120 miles an hour. Moving to the northeast about 17 miles an hour. Looks like it's going to come ashore just on the south side of Sarasota, Florida.
And it is moving on a little faster than what we thought. And, that's kind of a good thing. What is the wind speeds, did you say?
120 miles an hour.
Well, that's
And
certainly
that's a steady speed. That's not the gusts.
that's certainly better than the 180 miles that we were seeing earlier. So I'm glad to
Yeah.
see that. So as we look at this, I hope everybody got out that need to get out. And
Yeah. You notice the interesting thing about Milton is all the precip for him is wrapped around on his north
it
side
is.
and on his west side. So the eye wall is going to come through, and then all the heavy rain is going to come in behind it.
Let's take a quick look at some of these cameras on here that some of the storm chasers have dropped out. This one is Siesta Key. Can't see much, but you see there's a
See, the
little.
wind's really rocking.
Yes, it is. Let's see. It says that the pressure's still falling there. So anyway, let's go to another one. Let's try on up the coast a little bit more. Oh, that's the one I just looked at. What's wrong with me? I'll tell you what, let's go up here even further. Anna Marie Island.
It's rain.
There is nothing there to see other than just intense rainfall. And it looks
Yeah.
like it's.
That camera's located right out on the tip, right on the entrance to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's right here, just south of St. Petersburg. Let's go up to the St. Petersburg camera that they've got. Mitchell Beach. Yeah, it's really a howling. That's the hurricane coming in full force, it looks like. So, it's going to be one of those things where you got to be careful. And hopefully, if there's anyone still in there, I noticed that they got the hospital seawall up. Did you see that?
I saw that on the news, or they were reporting they put a 15-foot temporary seawall around the hospital to protect it, and they say, yep, it'll hold up to this kind of a storm surge. So hopefully it will.
And if that's the case, then at least we'll have one decent hospital there and take care of everybody. Let's see who we got with us. Hotel Mario says, hello, David Mark. And Joyce Wells says, hello, Sunny 161, watching from the barn with the horses. I like it. I like whoever. I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I believe that's I don't know. I just don't know. I'm afraid to say. From the handle, I guess is what I'm going by. Hey, our old friend Gerald Madden is on. He says, gentlemen, I hope all is going well. Still enjoying the new screen layout. It is a nice layout. I'm really tickled with what our technicians have done. And Chelsea Reese says, hey, my friend Eli is saying hey. So let's wave at Eli. So there you go, Eli. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully everybody's doing well there. And Chelsea, I hope you're doing well, because I'd like to see you back with us here one of these days for long. Rita Taylor, hi from the Crossroads in Hopkins County. She's watching over on the Facebook page as well, David Powell Weather and Wisdom Facebook page. Mermaid Cakes, hey Jessica, that's Gerald. That's Gerald's wife, in case anybody's wondering. She says, "Hey there, Thunder Buddies, thinking of everyone the path of these storms." Hey, I was going to show you. I had this up just for you. Doggone it, I can't ever get these cameras right. But there's our Thunder Buddies logo T-shirt. Let me see if I can do it crossways. Maybe that'll make it look better. I can't. I give up. Good grief. Anyway, you get the idea. It looks better in person than it does on camera here. Let's see here. David Hyde says, hello, my friend. Sandy Christian says, hey, David and Mark. And Thunder Buddies and Connie Chancellor, she's over on the Facebook page as well. Hello, David and Mark. Hotel Mario, did the hurricane go south of Tampa like the models were saying, or has it tracked more north? There you go, Mark. That's a good
The
question.
eye is tracking to the south side of Tampa Bay and not going right into Tampa Bay. The eye is actually probably on shore right about now. But the heavier rain and such that is associated with this storm is all wrapped up in the northern part of the storm and coming around the west side of it. So they're going to get a lot of rain in that area.
Looks like
the
it's
winds are
making
still going to be strong.
Yeah, it looks like it's making landfall right now as we speak. Let's see if we can go to one of these cameras and see the calm air. And there we go. It's a lot calmer than it was. We couldn't even see this a few minutes ago. So I would say the eye is just getting ready to cross over this camera here. And the good thing is that so far so good. Let's just hope that we can keep everything going. Everybody gets safe out of there. Let's see what this wind barb here is saying. It looks like it's got a lot of wind there. Let's see. The visibility is 10 miles, so that's where the eye is over right now. But I don't see. Okay,
Winds may be a bit lighter. There's a place that's just on the south side of Tampa Bay there, reported by someone of high wind, 60 mile per hour measured, 63 mile per hour wind gust measured with a stationary anemometer.
Okay, and we got one here. This says it's 55 mile an hour gust where this is with 45 miles sustained. So I would say that's where the eye is. It's right along in here. So yeah, it's early. We thought it was not going to get. In fact, some of them are saying it won't get on shore till midnight, but it's actually making it much earlier. So that's kind of a good thing, I think.
The sooner it gets over land, the sooner it's going to start to weaken.
Yeah, and like I said, it is a Cat 3 right now. Wind speed's still 120 miles an hour, which that's pretty strong winds, but I tell you what, it's nothing like what it was at one point a little earlier. So that's a good thing. I don't guess we can see this buoy, but we can try. Well, it's actually up. Well, it was up. It's not. Well, you can see the sunset a little bit, and that's about it. But it does look like that's outside of where the hurricane is. So, yeah, we may be getting on the downhill side of this part. Still got to go through over the land here. It looks like it's going to go up just south of Orlando, and then it'll get back out into the ocean. Here's the track. So actually, it looks, there's the track is showing.
They weakened it out a little bit. It's a Cat 1 as it goes across, and then it's a tropical storm after it gets offshore again.
So that's some good news. This storm right here at one time had the potential to be catastrophic, and with few people able to survive as it came ashore. But it has weakened enough that it looks like right now that some lives will not be lost like was expected. Now, I'm sure there still may be some, but we can only hope that this is not the catastrophic effects that they were expecting. So let's just keep praying for that.
One of the major things that could change that is there are tornadoes. They've had tornado warnings up and down the Florida East Coast and in Central Florida all day.
Yeah, looks like there's none right at the moment, so that also is a good thing. So maybe with the loss of the sunlight, that maybe it's calming down. I don't know. It's a thought. Let's see here. Let's go back and see who I've missed here. I'm going to put my glasses on. I can't see Jack. What did I do with my glasses? Well, I'll just try. Let's see here. Brandon Daniels says, currently watching Weather Chasing on YouTube, and they are driving around in Tampa giving a live view. Yep, we've seen some of that as well. I hope that they are safe, and they are. They're pretty trained in that. And Sunny161 says, checking is a female all my life. That's good to know, Sunny161. I kind of thought you were, but just couldn't tell for sure by the handle. Jess Madden over on the Facebook page. She's watching both sides. She's watching the Facebook. She's watching the YouTube. I don't know how she keeps up with it all, but she says, "Hello, Facebook Thunder Buddies." I love that girl. She's so much fun. Tammy Tatum, I'm watching Chasing Tornado on YouTube, and they're flipping crazy. It almost makes me wonder about this, and they're getting awful close to the tornado, I guess is what she's saying. Yeah, well, you're not going to do that here with us. I will personally get a hold of you if you do. Hang on, let me see if I can find my glasses. They got to be, there we go. I think I found them. Yes, I did. You know, I've been looking at these computers all day, but we've got a lot of stuff. And now, here we go. Gosh, all of a sudden. Yeah, she says, Jess says, I'm everywhere. She is, I'll say that. Let's see here. Hotel Mario. Okay, we done answered that question. Chris Meacham, what's the chance of seeing the Northern Lights again this weekend? I haven't seen if that. Let me. I tell you what. I'll look that up and let you know here in a minute. Let me find some stuff here I can look at while we look at the radar.
Yeah.
And I'll see.
While you're looking at those, there is also. We're just getting into the time where just after twilight, we'll probably be able to see a comet in the sky.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Let me call up this website. Here we go. All righty. Let me think. All right. Hang on, and I will give you guys a unleashed new version of what they're saying. And hold on just a moment.
While Dave's working on that, I'm going to give you the forecast that we're looking at for the rest of the week. For up here in our region, we're going to probably still be having sunny skies all the way through. And I'll tell you what, they are calling for, pull it up here where I can see it. They're calling for our temperatures to rise slowly into the lower 80s across the weekend, but then Sunday night we drop back down again. Our lows are going to stay right around 50, upper 40s, low 50s, but by Sunday night we drop back down in the 40s again. Monday our high is only supposed to be, which is Columbus Day by the way. Monday our high is only supposed to be 65. Monday night we drop into the low 40s, around 41 or cooler, depending on where you're at. And then Tuesday, we're only looking for highs of about 61.
Hey,
so
Mark,
here comes that colder air we were talking about.
And someone said about frost up in that time. Who was it said that? I can't.
Gee, I wonder who it was.
I can't quite make out what you said there. Who said that? But anyway. Oh my goodness, it's nice to be right. So if you've watched the winter weather outlook that I posted, you will see what's going to happen. I actually said the first frost probably around the 16th. It still may be about right, but it's not going to miss it, but maybe a day or two. I originally said the 14th, and someone convinced me that it was going to be later than that, and so I kind of revised it. I wish I hadn't. I need to go with my gut instinct originally. Let's see here. Mermaid Cases. Oh, yeah, she says she's everywhere. Tammy Tatum, it's making me scared. Tammy Tatum, quit watching that stuff. And she says, maybe I don't need to be watching these chasers. No, you probably do
Tammy,
not.
There's a very big difference between a chaser and a spotter.
And an interceptor.
Yeah, and an interceptor. The spotters and interceptors, our job is to just see what the storm is doing and then get out of the way.
All right.
They're not the guys who like to get right up on top of them.
Let's talk about this powerful X-class solar flare that has come off the sunspot. It was directly facing the Earth this morning, and it unleashed a powerful X1.8 class solar flare. That's a strong one. And you can see here the extreme ultraviolet flash right in there. And the explosion lasted more than 5 hours, long enough to lift a massive CME out of this sun's atmosphere. CME means corneal mass ejection.
Yeah. Coronal.
Yeah, right. What he said. I have trouble with that and koozie. That's the two things I have trouble with. Soho Good grief. Coronagraphs have detected a bright, fast-moving CME headed directly toward Earth, and models agree the CME will strike our planet late on October 10th. Let's see. This is the 8th, right? So on Friday. So yeah, you may
Today's
be
the
right.
9th, Dave.
Today's the 9th? Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
lose all track of time when I'm having fun. But so Chris, yeah, you may be able to see it this weekend. More than likely, you might see it as early as Friday. So keep an eye on it. Here's what it looked like when it came off there. Look at that explosion. And let's see, it says the CME will hit the comet before it hits Earth, probably later today. So it could rip the comet's tail off. So if you're able to, here's the comet right here. And so if you've been watching that comet, it could actually disrupt the tail of that comet. And it should be emerging from the glare of the sun this weekend, which means that you may very well be able to see it. Look at the sun here. This one it's still very active. Look at those sunspots, the size of them.
Yep.
I think this one, 3848, is the one that caused the flare. And the sun has been very active this year, and I don't think it's going to get any less active as we go through for at least a little while. But we are going to end the solar maximum someday, and we'll go back to doing more normal sun activity. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that, we were talking about the frost and everything, so that's a good thing. But you know what? It's leading up to storm season. The fall severe season is going to be upon us pretty soon, and right now, do I have any radars up here that got anything showing up?
There is nothing in our area all the way up to almost Canada.
Wow. So you can see we have nice calm weather out there now, very little stuff going on out there. I do want to look over at Irwin, Tennessee real quick. And you know what? That's still a pretty shot. The electricity has been restored. You got vehicles moving on the interstate down here. That's all good signs that it is recovering. Still a lot of damage, and I'm sure there's still power outages in some places, but it looks like Irwin itself has got power restored, which is a great thing. So I'm glad to see that. That's 57 degrees there. But as I was saying, you got storm season coming, and I do think that before the month is out, we may get another severe event. And I just want to say, you need to have a storm shelter. And
what would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020.
Well, I couldn't hear that, Mark. Could you? For some reason,
I didn't hear a thing.
Did anybody hear that? I couldn't tell if that was going out over there or not. So let me know, guys, if you heard that spot there about the Mid-South storm shelters, because it was really good. Let's see here. Okay, everybody said they heard it, so thank you, Dave, and Mermaid Cakes. My good friend, I love all of you guys. You're always so helpful. I swear, they are. I've talked to people and told them how good you guys are, and I appreciate it. But if you need a storm shelter, gosh, those are our new sponsors, and those guys, did you see how pretty those things were? I was really surprised.
I know it.
So I really liked them, and if you want a storm shelter,
not just pretty, they're very well built. Those are very well built shelters. They're put in the ground correctly. They will keep you safe.
So don't go to any of those that are way out from wherever they're from. They're local guys. They live in Russellville, and they're local. So give them a call, and I think you'll be glad you did. Okay, we got Mary Vorvish. She's on with us. She says, yes, nice video. She can type about like I can.
Yes.
Joyce Wells says, Les, loud and clear. Judy Walton Newton says she heard it, so I guess that's a good thing. We got it all done. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
everybody. We're going to try to get that where I can hear it, though, one of these days. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, also, I do want to, we need to pay our bills. Let's talk about our sponsors, Michael Vance Contracting, Roofing and Contracting and Roofing. I'll get it right here in a minute. 270-707-ROOF. That's another one. If you've got a problem with your roof, you need to give old Michael a call because he sure will give you some good advice, and he won't charge you for the advice. He may charge you to repair your roof, but he won't charge you for the advice. So,
Yeah.
so give him a call. He'll be glad to talk to you. Also, Lakeside Campground Marina. It's another business that Michael Vance owns, and it's visit lakesidecampground.com. You can go there and you can see how beautiful it is right there on Jonathan Creek in Kentucky Lake. It is a beautiful place, and I certainly don't want to forget our good friend Katie Moyer over at Kentucky Hemp Works. Love that girl to death. She's such a good person, and I mean, we hit it off. She's been a very close friend, and I'm telling you right now, I think that she has some good products. So I encourage you to go to the store, online store, take a look at it, and you will be happy that you saw it. Also, let me make sure I don't hit the wrong thing here. Also, Mid-South Storm Shelter, just saw the little spot on there I gave them. When the weather gets severe, have no fear. Call 270-725-6020. Hotel Mario says she got a Mid-South Storm Shelter at the house right after the December 2021 tornadoes. And I guess she likes it because it's still there, and I hope that she does well with it. I wouldn't want anything to happen. So it looks like you're going to be safe if you have a tornado coming your way. And Tammy Tatum says, yeah, if you're looking at tornado like I am, you definitely need a storm shelter. So be sure and give those boys a call. And also, let's take a look. Go to our store. The store is about to undergo a remodel. I finally had some stuff I wanted to get changed, so we're going to get that remodeled, and I think you guys will find it a lot more user-friendly after we get done with it. So anyway, just be watching for that. You can find it at dpww.shop or scan the QR code right there on the screen with your phone. It'll take you right to it. You have to scroll all the way down, and you'll see some of the new koozies they got on there and things like that. So, but we're going to make it a lot more user-friendly. You're going to like what we're going to do with it. So just be sure and give it a look at when we get done. And let's go back over to the radar. Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Yeah, well, I didn't ever lose you. I saw you still sitting there. But hey, I do want to look one more thing. Let's take a look at this camera. Isn't that a nice camera shot? Look at how peaceful it is.
It's such a beautiful night out.
It is. It sure is. It is. That is in Trigg County at I-24 and 6880. Beautiful night. You could almost.
There's a little bit of coolness in the air. It's absolutely
yeah.
gorgeous.
It's a beautiful fall night, and I mean, it's a good night for a bonfire. Well, if there's no burn bans in effect, but well, actually, I think you can burn after 6 o'clock anyway. So anyway,
After 6 o'clock.
yeah. So I'm glad to see that folks are enjoying themselves. I do want to see what other camera I want to look at here. Let's try the Hopkinsville elevator cam, and there we go. This is Hopkinsville. Looking southwest. This is the southwestern side of Hopkinsville, so you don't see the full city, but the camera's trying to update for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but that is the Croker Shopping Plaza. It's located right in there, and there's Fort Campbell Boulevard, goes along through here, and there's the Pennyrile Parkway, and then you have more businesses on up all the way down into where the bypass is, where you get down to Lowe's and all those other businesses. So, yeah, it's a beautiful evening out there. Hopefully it stays that way. And let's see if there's anywhere else. Did they ever bring the Barkley Lake cam back up?
I don't think they have.
They haven't.
No, it's still down.
I wonder why it's staying down like that. There's the Lakeside Campground. It's still showing some life, a little bit of light as it's kicked into the infrared. Uh-oh. It overrode it. Well, this is what it looks like during the daytime anyway. But 73 degrees over there. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And anyway, so let me go back up to where we were. Okay, Mark. Let's check the latest on the hurricane before we put this to bed. It looks
Okay,
like.
you could probably take the wind fields off there so people
Yeah,
can see a
let's
little
do.
bit
Let's
better.
take it off. Um, Wait a minute, am I
Nope.
wrong?
All,
I know, I know.
there you go.
Quit nagging me. Yeah, we got it. Um, so it. Well, I should have left
If you
it
go
up.
to, if you go to a single site radar and go to the Tampa radar there, you can see a good
Good look at it. Okay, hang
yeah.
on. It is.
Should be right just under where you're. No, that's the terminal one.
Okay.
Should be
Well,
just under that, right there.
yeah, I see it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, as you can see, it is now made landfall. Here's the
Yeah.
eye right here. I'm going to go ahead and put this into motion so you can kind of see where it is. There's the eye. It has made landfall now. And we still got a lot of hurricane to go, but it sure does look a lot better than it did, say,
A day ago.
well, yeah, a day ago. That's correct, because a day ago it was nasty. And let's see here. Take a look at that camera there if I can get to it. Storm surge warning right there. Me. Here we go. Look at it. It's calm. Isn't that neat?
Yeah. It's weird how that happens. All this wind and rain and storm around, and you have the little eye where it's calm.
Yep. So it is calm now. The eye is now on shore, and looks like I don't see the winds on here yet.
That's one of the sensor cameras that
Okay.
Vince Realty put up. They don't have a wind sensor on it.
All right. So there should be another one right here. Should be calm as well. And yeah, it's
Pretty
still,
well.
pretty much. It's still not. It's still coming ashore right there. But you know what? This is a lot better than what we was afraid it was going to be.
Absolutely.
I don't see anything else out there that's just. It looks like Fort Myers is going to probably escape the bulk of the hurricane, and other than maybe some storm surge problems, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary there. But this is so much better than what it was before. I think this is not going to be quite as devastating as we thought it was. Of course, it's not over yet. You still got the backside of the hurricane to come through. But at least it's half through, right? Isn't that what you call it, half through?
Half through.
Yeah.
But, since all the rain is wrapped around on the north side of it and the west side of it, the worst of that is yet to come.
Yeah, I see some pretty big wind barbs up here, if you look at that one. I wonder if I can... okay, 58 mile an hour gust, so it's not as bad as it could have been. So here's another one. Let's see what this wind barb says. 59 mile an hour gust, 33 sustained. That's not bad. Not bad for what it could have been. So, man, I just really think that this is a blessing, that maybe somehow this has weakened enough that it's going to spare a lot of damage. And there's still going to be damage, don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to downplay it, but compared to what it was going to be, this is so much better. Let's see here.
There are counties over by Lake Okeechobee and Cape Coral and over in that direction toward the east coast of Florida that already have power outages.
Okay, Oliver sent you a message, Mark. Says your voice is duplicated. May check your voice settings and make sure it's not picking up the same audio from two sources. So take a look at that. Lisa Taylor from over on the Facebook page, she says many prayers, and we all have prayed hard about this one, and it looks like that maybe it is working. I'm a believer what was that song? I'm a believer. Well, I'm not even going to try to sing it because I don't want all the audio boards to mess up and crash on us, and then you wouldn't hear anything. But I'm glad that this is looking like it's going to be better than what we thought. So, anyway, what else we got on here? All right. Does everybody know everything? Are we all well informed? Are we doing good? Anywhere else you want to look while we're out here? As I said, it does look like we're going to get our first frost probably next week. And it's going to be significantly cooler starting on Monday, the 14th. I think my winter weather outlook said around the 13th, so I didn't miss it. Really, I didn't miss it by much. And then I said the frost would probably get in here after the cold air settles in on around the 16th or 17th. I think it's going to be maybe a little bit earlier than that. I'd say 15th to 16th. Well, it'll be close. Either way, it's not too bad to have written that 2 or 3 weeks ago. And Lord, I wrote on that and wrote on it and wrote on it. And the problem was every time I'd write something, it'd come to pass and I had to write it again. And I'm sure glad I got it done. Did you guys like the little snow effect I had at the end? I know you did, but I haven't seen anybody comment on it. Okay. My good friend Jessica, now she knows what I like. She says, I'm excited for the frost. I got my plants in yesterday. So there's somebody that believed me. She believes me. She listens to me and takes care of her plants. And anyway, but Lisa Taylor says she loves snow. And Donna Lord says, thanks. Continued prayers for Florida, ready for snow. I'm not quite ready for snow yet. We've got to get past mid-December. Now, there's some chances we might see some wet snow, and I'm not talking anything major in November. We'll have to watch that. The problem is, until the polar vortex gets fully developed, we're going to have to worry a little bit about maybe some ice stuff going into December. And if you looked at the winter outlook, you'll understand that. Thank you, Linda McElrath. She said you did a great job on that winter weather outlook. I've watched it 3 to 4 times. Wow. I hope you understood it because I was afraid I had talked over everyone's head, but without explaining that, you wouldn't understand why I thought the way I was thinking on what it looked like it was going to do. So that was the big thing about it. Jackie Mattis says she also loved the video. Thank you, Jackie. It's awful nice of you. Tammy Tatum says no snow, no ice. She's a Scrooge, right? We call her Scrooge. Scrooge Tammy. She always calls me Jacuzzi, so I can call her Scrooge, I guess. But anyway, Lisa Taylor says you both do a good job. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that a lot. I did have some help with Mark. He gave me some thoughts as well, and we put our heads together, and it actually looks like it's going to come out pretty good. And Linda says it did make sense. Thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Judy Walton says she don't want to see winter. Lisa Taylor's laughing at her because they're going to see it anyway. Nothing we can do to stop it, but anyway. Mermaid Cake says, bah, humbug, Tammy. LOL. She says she loves snow, and I'm with Mermaid Cakes on that. I do too. I like to see the snow. I think it's one of the most beautiful things that was ever created. And the thing of it is, it makes your yard look just as good as your neighbor's yard, you know? You got that? Are you there, Mark? I don't hear any audio coming through for you. All right, come on. Nope, no audio yet. None at all. You are silent. You could lip read. I can lip read. Mark, don't say stuff like that. Oh, me. And Tammy Tatum says, hush, Jacuzzi. All right. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Lisa Taylor says, hope we have a good snow for Christmas. There is a system showing up in the Christmas time frame. It looks like it may start out as some rain, but then it looks like it will change over to sleet and snow. We'll see. And Mermaid Cake says, I can understand why some people don't like snow, especially if they have to drive when it's messy. And did you ever get your audio fixed, Mark? I can't hear a word you're saying, brother. Can you hear me? Shake your head. Yeah, okay, he can hear me, but I can't hear him at all. So whatever you did that Oliver told you, you need to go back and undo it. I don't know what was going on, but something is wrong there. Maybe unplug your mic and plug it back in or something. Make sure your mic isn't turned off. If the red light's on, it's probably turned off. I still am not hearing you. Nada. Not a thing. You could yell. So, today, this. Remember when they did the closed captions and everything, and they had an interpreter for the hearing impaired, and he goes, "Today's weather is..." Anyway, I thought it was funny. I guess you had to see that. No, none of us can hear Mark. Chelsea Reese says, time to turn on the heat and let it burn off that stink and smell. Yeah, it's best to do that while you're around. Hang on just a second. Maybe you ought to call up Oliver and see if he can help you with that, because we're fixed to have to end this broadcast since we've already been on 41 minutes. But I'm not hearing a thing, Mark. I'm sorry, brother. Can't hear you. Yeah, no word from you at all. So I don't know what you've done. Just unplug your mic. Is there anything I can? Let me see if I can do anything up here. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on the collab cam, Mark, at all. You are not moving. Can anybody read lips? Oh, my goodness. Chelsea Reese says, talk to y'all soon. Eli says, have a great week and see you Sunday. Okay, sounds good. Mary Vorvis says, Jessica, I took my mucklucks out. And Tammy Tatum says, Jacuzzi did it. Kentucky Cat Country says, hey, brother, checking in. And I'm glad to see you on here. Mermaid Cake says, well, fellas, I'm about to go make a late cup of coffee and put some laundry away. It was good chatting. Have a safe evening. And you as well. Looks like I've lost Mark altogether now. Let me try this again. Okay, Mark, can you hear me now?
I hear you fine.
And now you're back up. Okay, you're back. Yeah, I lost you, and then when I brought you back up, you were on. So, okay, now we're good.
I rejoined. I had to stop the collab cam and restart it.
Ah, okay. So at least we know. I'm glad to see everybody. And our good friend, Kentucky Cat Country, that's my friend Ron. I love him to pieces. He's spent the day out here with us, and he's been on watching us, and good to see him. And pretty good fella, ain't he, Mark?
He is. He's a pretty good fella. I enjoyed meeting him.
So you're welcome back anytime, Ron. We'd be glad to have you. And besides that, you left some stuff here, so I know you got to come back anyway. So that'll give you a good excuse to come back if you needed one anyway. So I guess we're going to get ready to click on out of here. We've done talked about the hurricane. If y'all want, we'll take one last look down here at the hurricane and see what it's doing. And it has come ashore. Looks like the eye is now well on shore, and I think that soon they'll be getting the backside of it. And but it's moving on. And Mark, I tell you what, it looks like it has. The rain has eased up a little overall. If you look at it in generally, and it doesn't
A little
look
bit, a little bit.
Yeah,
Of
it
course,
does.
the heaviest rain is right over Tampa and St.
Right.
Petersburg right now and back toward Lakeland.
Right.
But the whole general area has seemed to weaken a little bit. So that might be a good thing.
So keep the prayers coming, everybody. Looks like it's working, and we're going to be glad to do that. Let's see here. Chelsea Reese says Storm Chasers just put that Sarasota, Florida is getting hard. Well, let's see here. Well, Sarasota is not getting hit hard right now because we're looking at it on radar, and there's not much.
They may be getting the wind because
they could be.
They were right to the north side of where the eye came ashore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, let's see. What are these little things? Okay, it's just giving us the surge warnings. Nothing really to speak of. That's all that is the warnings. I don't guess I can see what those little dots are. But it's not. Let's go to this camera real quick. Nothing. Looks like the camera itself is out. It is. So anyway, I still think that this is going to be much better than what we actually anticipated. It already has gotten much better than what we expected. So once it gets on past and Tampa's out of it and St. Petersburg, we can all breathe a sigh of relief. And
looks like Orlando, watch out because the heavier rain area looks like it may be headed your way.
Yep. They're already getting some rains. It's been pretty heavy earlier. And so these bands will keep circulating around and should continue to pound this part of Florida until it gets offshore, which won't be, I don't know, how long will it take it to get offshore? Do you know?
Right now, they're not looking for it to get offshore. Let's see. It's supposed to be right around Lakeland area by the forecast anyway, which we know it was running a little bit ahead of the forecast. Supposed to be by 1 a.m. It was supposed to be just to the southeast of Lakeland.
Okay.
And then the next report on it is it's pretty well offshore and downgraded to a tropical storm by 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So through the night, it's going to move on across Florida, and then by the early morning hours, it'll be moving offshore.
Well, so we got the night to have to get through, but you guys know that we've certainly looks like that maybe this has not been as bad as we thought it was going to be. I'm not trying to diminish it, but the hurricane has weakened just a bit, and the eye has moved on shore already earlier than expected. So I don't really know what this all means exactly. I guess they'll have to figure it out as it goes through the night. But it does look like maybe the rain is not. It's not getting any heavier, that's for sure. But it looks
I don't think it can get much heavier.
No, I know. It's really coming down like being in a waterfall there under where Tampa is in St. Petersburg. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It could be a whole lot worse, though, couldn't it?
It could be a whole lot worse. The forecast winds when it hit shore were 120, but the reports we've had, got one right here, a gust of 69 knots.
Okay.
Which is
that's what we're checking on now, Ron. We're looking.
80 miles an hour when it came on shore.
When it came on shore, 80 miles an hour was the speed. Yeah. So that's certainly that's a strong wind, and it could do some damage, but it certainly isn't catastrophic.
No, I think they probably dodged a big bullet there by that weakening out just before it came ashore.
I think they did too. So anyway, folks, it does look like that maybe Florida's not going to be hit quite as hard. They're going to get hit hard, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. So let's just keep our eyes and ears open and keep saying those prayers, because it does look like there's something that worked on this, and it's definitely helping. So the concern right now is Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, they have been under that heavy rain for, gosh, what, a couple of hours now, right?
Yeah, at least probably more like 6 hours.
Yeah, so they're going to have some serious flooding in there. But, you know, it's not as hilly as it is when Helene came up through Kentucky. But, yeah, Ron says 80 is definitely destructive. It can be destructive, you're right, but it's not as bad as the 120 that we were expecting. So it's a lot better than that. And Tammy Tatum says, I hope these storm chaser has good life insurance. They're giving me cold chills driving through it. Really? Hey,
Yeah.
I know. Some of them don't use, well, I'm not even going to say. I'm not going to downplay them, but some of them concern me. Okay, anything else going on?
That's it. I hope everybody enjoys the great weather we're going to have the rest of the week and into the weekend. And again, those colder temperatures coming in by Monday and Tuesday.
And be sure to protect those plants because we are going to be getting some frost, it looks like. I don't see anything that will keep us from getting it. So just remember, get ready for it because the cool is coming. It's going to be cool. It's going to be downright chilly. Rod says, on a good note, brother, she said the deer was fantastic. Well, I'm glad Cindy enjoyed that, Ron. Tell her I said hello, and I hope you guys are really enjoying yourselves, and I'm glad that you liked the deer. For those of you who don't know, I prepared some deer here. Deer here. That's almost rhymes, doesn't it? But it was so good. I mean, it was so good. How good was it? You want to ask me how good it was?
How good was it, Dave?
It was so good that... Well, it's beyond description.
Lost your metaphor.
I can't remember
It
now.
was so good he lost his metaphor.
I did, but it was good, and it still is. I've done got hungry now. It's past my supper time, so it's about time we went home. All right, everybody, love you guys. Thank you, Thunder Buddies, for joining us, and we're going to try to be. I don't know when we'll be back on. Probably not till Sunday, unless something unforeseen comes up. We got a lot of work to do around here anyway, so. We could use a little break, and hopefully that hurricane is on out of here. We don't have any more things to talk about. I will be very happy to talk about the frost and the snow coming. And not right away. The snow's not coming right away. I shouldn't have said that because somebody's going to. All right, Tammy, you didn't hear that. So I don't want to go out there and say, hey, everybody, Dave Powell said it's going to snow. No, I didn't say that. It will, but not right away. So anyway, thank you all. I hope you have a great evening. And Mark, any final words?
Enjoy the weekend that's coming up. We will see you Sunday.
And I'll see you then. So have a good one.
Bye, everyone.